Yeah, happy Monday. Hopefully I won't be on too long. Yep. My music life. Yep, it started off in grade school. I'm not sure what grade I was in, but I was small. Then my parents enrolled me into actually, it was a music class. I still remember the teacher, Mrs. Idler. Yep. So this here is really nothing. Like doing this here for crowds. I remember going into the piano there and doing a very simple song, and it was in front of people, and I didn't think anything of it. I was just concentrating on what I had to play. I don't know how good I was. I don't have a clue. Then the parents got a piano at first. So my mother's, she played a little bit, so she was teaching me some stuff. And my brother was hanging around with Johnny. So the piano went down cellar, and then they bought a organ. So I was playing the organ. It's a double-decker Lowry. I remember that. And then David and John came over to the house there, and I said, "John, I want you to see this." So at that time I had an electric guitar with an amplifier. So I went like this. And then I was playing the keyboard. Then I was playing the bass at the same time. And I know people will not believe this. Believe me, I know people ain't going to believe this. But it's true, and it happened. Much later on in life, John says, I said, "John, remember when I was playing for you at my parents' house?" He says, "Yeah, and I was jealous too." But that's the way it is. You can call me a liar if you want. And then not too long after that, my brother, my older brother, bought a guitar. Then he started practicing. So I said, "Man, that looks interesting." So this one guy, David Irwin, he was a neighbor. I went over to his house. He had a band going. So I said, "Dave, can you teach me how to play guitar?" So he says, "Yep." So that's where I started guitar. And I remember what he told me. First thing, he says, "Do this." particular order. Just go as fast as you can. So I practiced that, and I got good at it. So then, started going to open mics in Fairport. So the first thing I learned, and that was my way, because I don't have a memory for lyrics, so I do my own thing. I play This Little Light of Mine. I remember that in Fairport. And then, as I was singing, I heard the whole doggone bar and everybody at the tables sing. Everybody was singing it. I said, man, this is neat. And I remember the first time I got up on the stage in Fairport there. It's not the first time I've done it. I was not scared at all to go up there. I remember that because it was my birthday. Yep. And then, gradually I got into all different kinds of open mics, and eventually I played the keyboard on the open mics too. And then I says, well, wait a minute. Let me see if I can play the guitar and then play the keyboard with my toes at the same time. It took a little bit, but I did it. And, oh, it's all I've ever heard from that one is, holy, you know what? Nobody could believe it. Then people started calling me Mr. Toes. And that's basically it. And then the pandemic hit, and I haven't been back to an open mic since. Although my back is not doing well, so yeah, what are you gonna do? So I've been doing this here basically since grammar school. I learned my chords enough to get by. Never did learn the runs. And then I says, well, I saw a 12 string and I liked the sound of it, so I bought a 12 string. Then, as I was working at my job, one of my co-workers played guitar, but he was country style, but that's okay, because what I learned from him was so valuable. He was a really, really, really good guitarist, and his brother taught me how to string up a 12 string and how to tune it. But Larry, he taught me how to finger pick, and one of the finger picks is really hard to do, and that's the Chet Atkins one. And then, in the meantime, I was raising my two kids. then my son took it up. He turned out to be better than me. He was learning from some other kid that he was amazing, you know, with the finger taps and everything. And that's what my son learned. And John was playing a lot of the boogie stuff. So that's where I learned that from. It took me a while to get both hands coordinated, but I got most of it done. That's the result. Yeah. This is the result. In between all that, I was in a few choirs. So I learned some religious stuff. Show some people how to do everything. I just had fun with it. I was never serious with it. Just having fun. Just having fun. Having fun. For you. For you. Yeah, I went into a barber shop once, and I mentioned that I played the guitar and the keyboard at the same time. The barbers did not believe me. He says, I want to see this. So I brought my equipment in, and some guy all of a sudden comes in with a guitar and says, come on. I said, no. He turned around right away and left. But the barbers are so impressed, I got a whole $3. Yeah. Now this is what a whole lot of people, oh, every open mic I went to, I sang it and I got everybody going. And this is the song it was. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it of mine. Yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. On Monday, I'm gonna let it shine. On Tuesday, I'm gonna let it shine. On Wednesday, I'm gonna let it shine. On Thursday, I'm gonna let it shine. On Friday, I'm gonna let it shine. On Saturday, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm gonna let my little light shine.